Who's hiding them?
Okay, I'll tell you. Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
She's married to the Muffin Man.
All right. Sorry I'm late. Yeah, the cough hasn't been fully gone. There's a lingering cough, of course, but I'm hoping it does not get worse. So that's all we can do is hope. Be very hopeful. People are doing some mowing today, so might get some noise in the background. Hopefully it doesn't take them very long. All right. I gotta go get one of my new crucibles. I'm gonna start up a new crucible today, and I got new sand too, so I gotta refill. All right. he was weed blowing right in front of my garage. I'm like, hey, you know this fucker's open, right? What up, Kevin? Mr. Big Philly. Are you sure you weren't trying to go for Mr. Big Willie? Watch, he'd be like, oh no, that's Mr. Big Willie's my father. I'm Mr. Big Philly. It's just like a Big Lebowski. No, my father was Mr. Dude. I'm his dudeness. What up, Herman? All right. Red clay is refilled. And your ginger too. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Man, I fucking torched my gloves. I got too close while stirring some metal, and it torched the gloves. Made them really hard. I think I got some gloves around here somewhere. Aha. Brand new, crispy chicken. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're of course too big for me. Too big for me, eh? That thumb is like a fucking paddle. Jesus. That's my thumb. Brand new gloves, brand new crucibles, brand new sand. Tis a good day. All right, let's go get some gloves. All right, Seth, you ready? Two fingers or three? Open up, big boy. You're gonna learn today, boy. Mm-hmm. Got me some caffeine, some of that go-go juice. Oh, yeah. All right, let's clean some of these out. Yeah, I was busy with some packages last night, and my wife stayed up a little bit too. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time with her. So I wasn't able to prep any sand for today. So we're going to have to do some prepping. Yeah, I don't get very many people in here. Well, mainly because it's a little boring for some people, which I can definitely understand. But sometimes some people like to watch things happen, watch the magic happen. I don't know if I was the one that encouraged it, but I noticed Reckless Metals was doing pouring live streams too. I doubt if they watch my stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Yeah, this double dragon that I poured right here, um, that's almost done. I think I gotta trim it up a little bit more, and then antique it. Of course, stamp it. Should be almost done. I'm hoping I don't find any more flaws. I think it should be good. These flasks like to move on me, and I try to line them up the best I can, but they they keep on moving ever so slightly. Then it makes it have more cleanup on the edges because it's not completely flush from top to bottom. So that makes more time and effort for me to sand the edge, make it flush. What up, Ronald? Um. Oh, can you make your own sand from beach sand, maybe or no? I don't think so. You have to have a certain grit of sand. Um, um, Chris Dabbler or Chuck Dabbler. Okay, I got his thing right here. He's got so I use red clay, which he makes, but he also I think last year he posted a how to make it. So the ingredients, he posted the ingredients to how to make sand. And I'm pretty sure there are DIY ingredients online. But if you wanted to, you could always get a hold of him and have him send you the ingredients. Tell him I sent you. He knows me by my real name though. So since that he's mainly on Facebook. He's got a private Facebook page where he teaches people how to sandcast. Tips and tricks on sandcasting, something like that on Facebook. They're all mainly jewelers, so they don't really do much sandcasting with like pores. I think last couple times I posted on there one of my pores, they're like, "What is that? So much silver." And I was like, "Oh, there's multiple communities for multiple different things." Not a lot of people who do um, collect silver or do stuff with silver know about sandcasting pores, like for selling. Like, oh damn, that's a fucking kilo. Why so much? Well, there's a lot of people that like big pours. All right. Let me get my broom here. Mrs. Coin Crew. It's an L instead of I. Big Philly. TRALN. I know a lot of people get confused. Yeah, copper. Copper's actually a really good experience. This was my first trial on a big copper pour, and I had a blowout. This was trying out my new flask years ago. Oh, it feels like it was years ago, but I had a blowout because I was testing out this new flask, which it is charred. But yeah, I realized that the sand that I was using was I don't know, when I pressed it down, it wasn't sealing very good. And when I broke apart the two halves, I did not notice that they weren't completely together. So once I put the copper in, all that pressure opened up the two molds. I didn't have enough weight on the molds themselves, so that lack of weight opened it up, and all the copper poured out. So if you want to start pouring, I would suggest starting with copper, because after you get done doing copper and start with silver, you're like, holy fuck, this is super fucking easy. Like, it is so fucking easy compared to copper that you're gonna start fucking feeling like a professional. Silver will be so much simpler after you're done with copper. It gives the person so much experience too. It gives you so much difficulty, if you will, that once you start with silver after doing copper, it's going to be a weight lifted off your shoulders, and like it's going to be so much easier. You're going to be like, oh, why the fuck am I doing copper if this fucking shit's so much easier? What up, Cartier? How you doing? But yeah, if you want to start with copper, go all ahead with it, because that'll give you some amazing experience. That's for sure. For sure, bud. For shizzle, my nizzle. All right, let's start some prepping. How you doing, Miss Corn Crew? How that Corn Crew do? How it do, though? The squirreliest of them all. Who's the squirreliest of them all? Mrs. Coin Crew, of course. What was that? Oh gosh, what was that language with the chipmunks or squirrels? That Crunk did in Emperor's New Groove. What did they call that? That it wasn't like a. Oh God, what was the language? Speaking. It wasn't speaking squirrel or anything like that, right? It was speaking speaker or oh gosh, help me out, chat. Help me out. pick me. What up, Jack Stacks? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, brass is I accidentally poured brass because accidentally because I didn't know it was going to be brass. Or was, I melted some copper rounds, and turned out there was some zinc in there, and it turned yellow. I think I still have that bar too. Hold up. Yeah. You never watched Emperor's New Groove? That was one of my favorites when I was a kid. A lot of people know about Emperor's New Groove. It's been a while since I watched it, but yeah, brass pours like mud. Yeah, that is 100% true. But now use like squeakity, squeaking. That's how they would talk to the squirrels. I figured that was the squirrely master's language. All right. So I gotta pour some requested channel logos. At least one here. And then channel pour or channel round. I think this one will do. Yeah, this will do. Emperor's New Groove was the shiznit when I was younger. One of my faves. Being from England, I used to like Barney Miller. Oh, Benny Miller, huh? Yeah, man. Cartoon Network. Man, oh man. I think it was every Saturday or so. Good old days. Crazy to think how old these cartoons are. Just makes me feel old. Even though I'm not as old as a lot of people I'm only 32, almost 33. I'll be 33, 9/11. I'm a 9/11 baby. Yeah, these new gloves, I started using have that texture on them, and it leaves the texture in the sand. It looks so weird. I gotta rub my fractional pieces down. They're finished, but I need to rub them down, get them antiqued, so they're 100% finished, not just super dark and need to finish them. Been so fucking down and out with this forced OT shit. I got the next 2 days off, so my wife is taking next 2 days off as well, so we can have a couple days together. But I will still be working on stuff when we get done doing what we need to do together. It's been a while since we had days together in a row. So I need a solid metal rolling pin. I think I'll just buy a metal dowel and cut it. Because after a while, rolling with this fucker, that roll gets indents in the wood itself, makes little grooves in there, little pits, if you will. Oop, a little too much. So, just FYI, if you got molds in the sand, remember to take them out before you start pouring. Because that's what happens if you forget to take your mold out and then pour. It'll burn up the mold. Just an FYI. You know, if you're dumb enough to, like some people, you know, I would totally never do that. You know, I myself would definitely never, ever forget to pull the mold out before I started pouring. You know, that's just dumb. You know, who would ever do that? Crazy talk right there. You know, I could never imagine somebody like myself doing that. Totally. Ginger, I started using the rolled pin instead of the hammer. I like it better, more details. Yeah, it it evenly presses in a wide area. You know what I mean? Can't believe Ginger is 33. Thought he was younger. Yeah, my voice definitely sounds younger. That's for sure. Yeah, I got the residual cough that you hear every now and then, but other than that, I do feel like after I'm done here, done talking all this time, I think it's gonna make me cough a lot more when I'm done streaming. So might have to take some cough pills. Damn, we got 7 people lurking out there. But yeah, 9/11/92. My birth year. And Cartier, and a lot of times with the roller pin, the edging on here, see the sand is all over the edge. Show you there. That's the edge. This is the sand. A lot of times if you don't have enough sand in there, or it's right at the good level, this on the edge will put less pressure down on the sand itself because it's putting pressure down on the edge instead of the middle. So a lot of times if you don't feel like you got enough pressure in there, clean off that edge. Try again. And that'll put more pressure on the sand instead of the edge. Or instead of cleaning it off, you do this. Clean off the whole thing. And then sprinkle some right on the sand. Right on the sand itself. And then roll it again. If you feel like the sand goes down too fast when you're rolling it, do this. Clean it off. Sprinkle sand on the sand itself, because that resistance from the edge will make it so there's less pressure going down on the sand itself. So a lot of times that's how you do it with having to redo one side. So let's say you get done prepping a sand mold. All right. So you lift it up. It doesn't look very good at all. But one side looks good anyway. And you don't want to redo the whole thing, right? So let's say this side does not look good. So you chip off the white stuff. Make sure it does not get back into your sand. Brush it off, whatever. And then put it back in there. You put it on top. Or no. If it all right, so let's say one little piece comes off, right? And you think you can get it back on there. So you take off that area, right? Put more sand or powder on this area, then cover it in sand. Take out a little chunk here, press it in there, and to put sand right in that area on top here, and it'll press it back down and basically redo the whole sand prepping process, but only in a certain tiny area. That way you're not redoing the whole freaking mold all over again from start to finish. I found that out. I tested that out with massive pores. All right, massive pores, because it takes a long fucking time to refill a whole sand prep that took damn near fucking half a gallon of sand. Hence one of these. I'll show you this one. Instead of redoing all of this, refilling it with sand, just chip off a little area where it went bad, and then just basically repeat the process in that little area. Pause. What a pause. How you doing? Hey, Sorcerer Stan. Sup, buddy? Hey, pause. I got Mask Man making me some 10-ounce copper molds. I have him making me 2. That way I can make your molds faster when I start making them. Because the mold that I had from last time is basically on its last leg. It was falling apart. I had to repair some of it, but it was starting to fall apart. So I decided to have Mask Man make me a couple new ones. So when I do end up starting those back up, I can make them faster. All right. I've been finally feeling better, so hopefully things going here. Yeah, everybody's been fucking patiently waiting for those copper rounds, those 5-ounces. Because, god damn, they had to redo the whole production of the whole mintage because they didn't like the design. The design wasn't good enough. So basically, had to restart everything. And that's why it's been taking fucking forever. All right. Oh, that side's done. Came out pretty good. All right. Front looks good. All right. One down. Get 3 Roman coins. Hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah, I said it like a snowman? Yeah. You'll be surprised if you get that silver hot enough, it'll, if there's a little resistance, it'll travel through the whole freaking thing. I mean, for example, look at Omen Precious Metals pores. If I can port a long ass sword damn near the length and thickness of my finger, actually longer, about 2 fingers length, just little itty bitty tiny sword, about the thickness of that, poured that fucker first try. Fucking badass. Oh. I got some gas escaping. Yeah, see, yeah. Making my sand balls. There's some good talent out there. I consider you one of them. I appreciate that. Appreciate it, my dude. You ain't gotta butter me up all like that. I'm buttering me up. Jeepers. Making me blush out here. Killing me, Smalls. Make grown man cry. SGT, what up? Speaking of talent, we got ourselves SGT, one of the people that taught me taught me a lot, gave me some tips and tricks. He's one of the OG. Herman is too. He's one of the guys that he always talked about his tips and tricks, so I already always learned from him just watching him. Same with Angry Warrior. SGT is though kind of just a tad bit lame. He doesn't do propane like the cool kids like me. He don't mess with propane accessories. So he ain't officially one of the cool kids, but he cool. He got electric. So he cool. But the real OGs though out here mess with that propane accessories. See, if I was doing electric, I'd have that furnace going right now because by the time it heats up to temp, I'd be done. But with the propane, I don't want to waste the propane and get it too hot, and then it's heated up to temp way before I'm finished here. So, and it also is a little noisy too. Hard to hear me with the propane going. Small, back that shit up. Oh shit. Killing me, Small. Yeah, I'm a big I'm a big Sandlot fan. Big part of my childhood. Or at least my younger years. Just so you know, my parents had a fucking wall racked up with movies. A whole fucking... I think we had... I don't know, fucking damn near 2,000 movies in our house. And that's not including VHS. That's just DVD. VHS now that takes up a lot more room. But yeah, we had a lot of movies growing up. A lot. All right, SGT, testing you out, dude. What was the orange covered VHS plastic cover? What movie was that? It was orange. Bright orange. Testing your knowledge. I think you're a little older than me, aren't you? Just a little bit. Nickelodeon. Close. It was made by Nickelodeon, but the specific movie. What was the orange cover? Come on. Hey, there we go. Rugrats. Yep. All right. I mean, this one's a little easier. What about the blue cover? What was the bright sky blue cover? What movie was that? Come on, come on. Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski. Come on. I gave too much away. Yeah, Monsters Incorporated was a bright blue cover. I'm pretty sure the yellow one was SpongeBob. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Monsters Inc. was in VHS. Yeah, Pocahontas. Yep. Free Willy. Yep. Oh yeah, Richie Rich. That's one of the OGs. Hunchback of Notre Dame. That was a good one. Gargoyles. Man, I barely remember Gargoyles. This was all back when Disney was the OG. Nickelodeon was the OG. Disney actually cared about entertaining kids instead of pleasing adults. Oh, that was offensive. Okay, we'll just re-script the whole fucking movie for you because you got it. You got offended by a couple words. Sorry. Just a little tap, 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 taparoo. Oh, that came out better than last time. This little piece there. See, the bad thing about high reliefed walls inside the pour is them walls, no matter how straight it can be, really love coming up. I tried smashing it down more than usual too. It helped. I could tell it helped. I think next round I'll make sure I put more powder around the hat on the top side. The top side is a lot of times the biggest problem in that ridge. Man, oh man, I'm getting sweaty out here. Not too bad out either. I think it's around gosh, I don't have Alexa out here with me. I think it's in the 90s, maybe upper 80s. Not really sure. SGT, I know you still wanted that number 24 in these, right? The 1.6 or 1.4. Man, I'm so behind on these. I don't get very much time to do a big production, if you will, a wide range of numbers. So just got to be patient. I know you did get the prototype for that smaller design, the smaller size prototype. So I decided to do 30 of these bigger ones, numbered series. The smaller ones are not numbered, so they're just willy-nilly. You know, if you want the design, it's small. You know, cheaper than the bigger ones. The bigger size of 2.4 are, I think, 10, maybe 20 numbered on those. I got the list in my phone. Make sure I kept track of those. Now, with these, I've only made the prototype and number one. Number one is the one that's unfinished. Maybe by the time we get to number 24 on the Kilo Drake, I'll have enough in my piggy bank to buy it. Those are not numbered. I don't have enough silver to get that many. Gosh. That'd be a lot. What was that? 32.15 times 24. Fuck. Yeah, fuck that. I don't think I'll ever have that much silver in my own stack, let alone for a big ass series, Kilo series. I can't really do math right now, chat, but if someone wants to do that math, telling how many kilos, or how much silver is 24 kilos. That's probably more silver than I'll ever see in my own vault. Let alone just selling that many. Jeez. I'm sure Reckless could do that easily, but not me. Omen has, though. I know Omen probably will. Or probably has already. Omen sells a lot. A lot of bigger pours. Ooh, excuse me. Been having a lot of acid reflux today. I think it's because I had yogurt for breakfast. That's a lot of dairy in the morning. 771 ounces. Fuck. Jesus. $700 ounces and 2 kilos. Fuck. God damn. That's a whole lot of cheddar. I got this. I don't know what you think I got, but it ain't that much. Maybe if I was using my regular account. Easy work. Push it real good. Yeah, I'm gonna prep this mold, get this mold done. Then I will start the furnace up. Prep the last mold that I got. And then pour everything. All right. Coming out clean. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get that furnace up going. Woo! It's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. Matt T. What up, dog? SGT, how'd it go? All right. Brand spanking new crucible. Look at that. Beautiful. Take a good look because it's not going to be the same for long. Oh, shit. Bullets. Bow, 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 wow, wow. Bow, bow, wow, wow. All right. How much time we got? Oh shit, it's not even 12 yet. 6 to 12. We only got 2 people lurking out here. Not sure how much of this tank I have left, but I gotta go get new tanks today. Oh, probably tomorrow. Gotta work today. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Fire, 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 fire. How you doing today, Matt T? Hope you're having a good hump day. Check Stacker. What's up? I just started the furnace, so with the new crucible. All right, let me see here. What should we do? What should we do? Oh yeah, that's right. I needed to get some contagion bars out. think that was a firework. Sorry, Chad. This mold requires a lot of attention. A lot of attention around the sand. Concentration. Make sure I get it all pressed down. Because it gets really complicated around those the drips. You got to press it down all in between the little nooks and crannies of these little drips. Gets really loose in between there if it don't. What does sifting the clay with the screen do? Remove bumps? Yeah, it makes it finer. So if you like remove this into the little crumbs, and it'll get in between the little nooks and crannies of the design, and it'll give you more details. Because that sand, if you don't press it or if you don't sift it, it's really hard. That's basically what sand casting sand is supposed to do. It's supposed to stay hard for longer. So if it's disturbed and grind it down, it'll crumble and give you details. So you just crumble it, press it down, and then it'll form nice and fine around every little detail. I've got the propane down on low, so I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Since this is almost done. Just like grating cheese. Cheese grater. And you know you have good sand casting sand when it does that. You grate it and it still holds its shape. That means once it gets into that mold, press it down enough, it'll hold that shape of your design. That's all that you want. And of course, heat resistance if you ever make your own sand. All right, got that done. Just a little bit came out there, but I think it'll survive. If not, I'll just remelt it. Fuck it. All right. Whew. Finally done with these. All right. There we go. Woo. See how this goes. Gonna pour all 4 at once. I think I should have enough silver in there. So I think we'll be Gucci. As long as I don't pour a big ass sprue for the shit. So here we go. Hold your breath, chat. Hold your breath. Woo! We did it. Every one of them filled up perfectly. Everything filled up with the sprue. All right, let me get my fan going really quick. All right, fan on high. What up, Seven? Oh no, I dropped some silver. Oh, well. That's it. All right. Oh, there's some more. Yeah, catch you little buggers. All right. Contagion bars, check. Logo looks good too. Channel round and channel logo look good. All right, last one. My hand's fucking cramping trying to hold on to these with these pliers. Whew. All right, Cursed Adventure or Cursed Adventure looks good. All right. Looks like everything turned out good. Woo. You need a channel logo? Well, those 1.4s are numbered, so once I get to number 7, I'll let you know. I think think I'm on number 4 right now. I'm not really sure. I'll have to check my notes. But I'm pretty sure I'm on number 4 right now. All right. Oh, my hand's cramping. All right, let me show these off before I go. I gotta take a shower, get ready for work, get down tonight, you know. All right, so we got a small channel logo, channel round. Those are for Canadian Silver Seeker. Contagion bars. One of them is guy from Facebook. He wanted me to make one. And then the Cursed Adventure. And then the 2.4 or 1.4 ounce logo. I'll probably make some more tonight, or just clean these tonight. Might clean them up and then prep them. Do some silver or sand prepping. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen here? All right. Woo! That was a lot of hotness. Coin dude. Hey, Coin dude. I still have your race win, dude. I emailed you. I never got a claim email from you. But I wanted to just double check and see if your address was correct. Want to make sure the address was correct last sent to with the apartment number on it. I did send you an email if you want to respond, but if you want to say in chat if it's correct or not, I'll go ahead and send it out when I get up there. Probably tonight. $430 Salad Street. Okay. Let me check my pirate ship just in case. Make sure that's okay. I got it. Apartment number 6, right? All right. Yeah, that's why I didn't even have you in pirate ship yet. It's been a while since you won anything from me. So I didn't have you in pirate ship at all. Show me. Got power back on. AC feels good. After 3 days without? Oh man. Yeah, I bet. I bet that feels fucking great. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. Go take a shower before work, and I'll get that sent out to you, Coin Dude. Appreciate you. Alright, I'll see y'all Saturday. If I'm still feeling good, we'll have a little party Saturday morning. Appreciate you all. Talk to you later.
Dragon sickness. I've seen it before. That look. The terrible need. It is a fierce and jealous love, Bilbo. It sent his grandfather mad.